Well, good morning, kids. It is definitely morning, you can tell because the light is still coming in through my window. I am up, I am ready for the day, and I am making a video for you all. Honestly, I don't even really know what to say. I am just so delighted that so many of you liked my previous video where I talked about good old Miss Abigail Shapiro. I didn't think it would get that big of a response. I have never gotten that many, no more views, comments, or likes on a video I have ever made. And I've also gotten quite a few subscribers. I passed 100, yay, congratulations to me for passing 100. I did that, yes I did. I guess since, there's just so, gosh darn it, I keep forgetting to turn off my fan. I guess since there's so many new people here, I should, give you all a chance to get to know me. But before we do that, a couple of things. Obviously, for like other places that you can find me and interact with me, really the only place that you can do that is Twitter. I'll put my Twitter on screen. I always put it on screen like at the end of the video. It is always linked in the description of my videos, and it's one of those like fancy links on my channel page, and you can find me there. I don't have a whole lot of followers there. I did notice that I got just a couple of new followers on Twitter from my previous video. So I see you guys. Also, if you want to DM me for any reason that you may have, you can. My DMs are open to everyone. I check them. Well, I don't even really have to check them because I get a notification on my phone every time someone DMs me, so it's not like if you DM me, I will see it. Or if you like at me or anything, because like there's nobody interacting with me on that account. The other, I guess, I wouldn't really consider this social media, but the other service that I attach to this thing called YouTube that I do is Ko-fi, which I will also put on screen. I don't think I've ever like described or like said what Ko-fi is, but it's basically a place where you can just like donate. Their little tagline is called "Buy me a coffee," and basically the like minimum donation that you can give is like $3. It's basically just like a tip jar. I know some people use Patreon as a kind of tip jar. I'm not gonna make a Patreon because I know I'm not gonna make any money on it. So if you are so inclined to toss me $3, you can do that there. So I'm gonna use this website called YouTube Society. I've never heard of this place before, but they have a lot of getting to know me tag questions, and I just thought I'd do some of them. So let's just jump right into it. Let's see, dogs or cats? Definitely dogs, and you'll see why later. Oh, I skipped one. How tall are you? I am very tall. I'm so tall, you guys. I am 5 whole feet tall. Actually, that's kind of a lie. I'm closer to 4'11" and a half, but I just like to round it up because saying you're 5 feet tall sounds better than saying, oh, I'm 4'11" and a half. What year were you born? Well, I am 20 years old. I'm going to be turning 21 in like 2 months, I don't know. So I'll let you do the math. Are you in/have you gone to college? I am currently in college. I want to do a few videos about my time in college, but only after I graduate for a couple of reasons. Ones that will be, I guess, reflected in those videos if I ever make them. I'm gonna be graduating in December with a degree in film production, and hopefully that won't be useless. Let's see, what's my favorite drink? Dude, I threw away the bottle, but I would have to say my favorite drink right now is lemon lime Gatorade. I love lemon lime Gatorade. Powerade sometimes. The Gatorade, I think, just tastes a little bit better. Let's see, you're wearing perfume. What scent is it? I am not a fan of perfumes. I just think that, number one, I can never find a smell that's like good. So if anything, I would just rather smell like, cocoa butter. You can never go wrong with cocoa butter. Cocoa butter smells good to like everybody, unless you're allergic to cocoa butter. Then I guess it doesn't smell very good. Tea or coffee? I'm gonna say both. I had coffee this morning because, that's what you have in the mornings, you have coffee. But I'm partial to a nice black tea in the afternoon. My life goals. That's kind of an abstract question, like my life goals. Wait, no. I can actually answer that. I was gonna say, oh my gosh, you can't answer that, but I can answer that. My life goal is kind of simple. I just want to be financially independent. That's kind of it. I mean, it's simple, but is it easy to achieve? We will see. What sports do you play or have you played? Now, I I have everybody in my family. My mom was a cheerleader, my dad was a football player, my brother played baseball. I did nothing. I guess you consider dance a sport. Like, I did ballet, tap, and jazz, but I hated it. It was awful. I just didn't like it. I did do gymnastics for like one summer, and I did actually like that, but my mom never took me back like the next summer, so I could have been a famous gymnast, but here I am sitting in front of the camera and answering questions instead. You know what? I think I'd rather be doing this, so I think it worked out. Have any books you read changed your life? That's an interesting question. I have read a lot of books. Actually, I can't answer this. Okay, so it wasn't a singular book, but a book series that definitely set me on my trajectory that I am now. Online, this series seems to be pretty popular, but I have never met anybody in real life who has read this. It is the Warrior series by Arin. Hold up, I have a few books. So I have in my personal possession only 2. Growing up, I would always used to go to the library and check them out, hence why I don't have any. Also, that probably would have gotten really expensive because there's so many books in that series. But the 2 that I have they're from the Super Edition. It's Firestar's Quest, which took me a really long time to finish. This is a really long book. I would so not consider reading something. What is this? This is 510 pages. You would not catch me reading anything over 300 pages these days. And then there's this one, which is Blue Star's Prophecy, which I started reading a million years ago and still haven't finished. But those are just the ones that I have in my personal collection. But I have read, let's see, what have I read? I've read up to, what's the arc after Power of 3? I forgot the name of it. It's been a while, but I read up to like the 2nd book in the arc after Power of 3. I think those books are what made me want to become a writer because, you know, I read these and I had, you know, such a great time reading them and being so invested in all of those little stories that were created. And a fun fact, I have not 1 but 2 Warriors fanfiction series. The first one that I actually finished has like 32 parts. It's not that long though. And the second one, I think I got up to like 15 parts and I just never finished it. That might be a video one day, just reading my old Warriors fanfiction. And yes, I did make Warriors art. I'm not going to show it because number 1, I don't even know where that is anymore. And number 2, it's kind of cringe, and I'm just gonna save myself from that. So yes, I was a Warrior stan for a while. It still holds a special place in my heart because it is what made me want to become a writer. It's been a long time since I've been like in that community, but yeah, that was definitely something special. My favorite movie. Now this is a hard one, except it isn't. Amadeus, 1985, or 6, or 4. When did Amadeus come out? Oh my gosh, I'll put the year up here. But I love that movie so much. I've only ever seen the director's cut. I don't know if that's better or worse than the original cut. It is really long, it's like over 3 hours long, but I absolutely adore that movie so much. I want a DVD of it. I could just buy a DVD of it, but I think it would be more special to get it as a gift, so I've just been telling all of my friends, hey, if you're wondering what to get me for my birthday, Amadeus on DVD. Who are your favorite YouTubers? Ooh, this is a spicy question. It's not really that spicy, the question. Let's see, who am I watching on a daily basis? Okay, so instead of YouTubers, let's just say, I don't know, YouTube genres. Some of my favorite YouTube genres that I've been exploring during quarantine would definitely be the restoration community, the paleontology community, definitely, and what else? There was a 3rd one, but I can't remember it. Definitely those 2, and whatever if I come up with them. Oh boy, here we go. Are you single or taken? Well, I am single. If you watch my Valentine's Day video, you'll probably find out why I'm single. I'm just too much of a goober for these boys. They can't handle it. So I just have to live my life alone for now. What is my idea of a dream date? Any. Just one. A date. That's it. That's my dream date. I just want to go on one. Okay. How long was my longest relationship? Well, fun fact, I think I mentioned this in my Valentine's Day video, but I've never been in a relationship. So, 0 days. How would you describe your fashion sense? Oh, that's interesting. I would say a lot of dark clothes. I just gravitate towards black a lot. I have one thing in my wardrobe that I wear a little consistently, and it's like the brightest thing that I wear. It's a hot pink sweatshirt dress from H&M. I am fond of the color yellow. I've been told it's my color and I'm running with it. As far as yellow clothes, I don't really have a whole lot. I would like to expand my wardrobe. Honestly, like now, like I haven't worn a real bra since like March. What's the point of putting on clothes? Like, for what? I will say though, I have on some fresh drip today. If you can see my Animals as Leader shirt, I got this a couple of days ago. I bought a bunch of band shirts like a week ago, and now I'm just waiting for all of them to come in. This one came in first. I would like to buy a lot more band shirts, but the ones that I want are either sold out or not in my size. Let's see, my most memorable vacation memory. Oh, wait. I know. Okay, so I went to San Francisco. Oh, it's been some years. It was before I started college, so like the summer of 2017, and we walked past the Church of Scientology building. It's like all black with like gold lettering. Now that I'm saying it, it doesn't sound that significant, but it was to me, you know? Tell us one thing about you that we wouldn't know. Apparently a lot of people don't know that I'm an adult. I'm 20 years old, okay? That means you too, YouTube. Stop turning off my comments. I will give them some credit, they have stopped turning off my comments, but a lot of people, listen, I get it. I look young, but like, I'm over the age of 18, okay? Jeez. That wasn't my serious answer. I really don't know one thing about me that you guys wouldn't know. I mean, I guess everything. I don't share a whole lot about myself on this channel, so it's kind of hard to answer that question. What is my favorite Netflix show? I'm assuming they're going to mean Netflix original, so I'm gonna have to, I don't even have to think about it. BoJack Horseman, my favorite Netflix original. My favorite show that is on Netflix, Pose. It was on FX, it's on Netflix now, and I really like it. One of my favorite documentaries is Paris is Burning, which is also on Netflix, and I would say that Pose follows that documentary pretty closely. Show us your songs tab on Spotify. Okay, so about that. I'm not gonna show you my songs tab because I have too many songs. I will show you my like recently listened to albums. You will see that I haven't upgraded to the new Spotify layout because I hate it. It's so terrible. And since I do have an Android phone, I'm able to do that. I'm never going on the new Spotify. I just don't like it. Okay, so my Spotify tab, my recently played. I always listen to albums all the way through. So Rescue and Restore is an album by August Burns Red. I don't know if it's like, it's definitely not their most popular album. They have albums that are more popular than that, but I would say it's my favorite August Burns Red album. Greyview, always be playing Greyview because that album slaps so hard. I love it. Perfect for a Hailstand. I listened to that in the car on the way back from the dentist. I haven't listened to it in a good long while. Last summer, I played this album non-stop because it came out last April. You know, I like sometimes to not listen to an album for a while and then go back to it, so then I can be reminded how hard the album goes. Let's see, there's this playlist called E, but it's just the two juggernauts in one playlist so I can listen to them in succession. Mothership and Afterburner. Those two are constantly in rotation because Mothership, I would say, is my favorite, and Afterburner, it just came out, it's new, it's fresh, it's poppin', and it's good. I like it. Alright, what's the craziest thing I've done? Making this YouTube channel, honestly, because a fun fact about me, I really don't like being in front of a camera. Like, I was in one of my friend's short films, like, was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. It wasn't even a speaking part. And anytime like it got screened, I hated being in the room. I just don't like being on camera, which is really weird considering that here I am being on camera for the entire world to see, not just my university. I still would consider this a little bit out of character for me. I'm not that outgoing of a person, and I actually got a comment on my last video saying, oh my god, you seem like such a fun person to be around, but personally I'm going to disagree. What theme parks have I been to? Well, I went to Disney when I was like 3 years old, and I remember none of it. People, why are you bringing your non-memory creating children to theme parks? It's a waste of money. They're not gonna remember it. You're gonna remember it, but really, is it about you? It's about your kid, okay? So if you're gonna take your kid to like Disney or something, at least wait till they're like 5 and can actually remember things, okay? Otherwise, what's the point? What's your purpose? There's no purpose. I may have been to Six Flags at some point, but I don't really like roller coasters, so... Oh, there's this theme park in Alabama called Alabama Adventure. I don't think it's still called that though. I think it might be called something else. And I went there twice actually. Once was with some of my cousins, I think, and another time it was just me and one of my friends at the time, and we went for my birthday, and I still have the t-shirt from it. Hold on. Me and my friend got a t-shirt, and I still have it. It says, what does it say? What does it say actually? Hold on. Splash Beach. I thought I had a date on it or something. This is the shirt that we got. I still have it. I think it was for my 11th birthday. It was a while ago, I'll say that. What is your favorite genre of film and why? I could make an entire video about this, but I'm going to refrain from doing that. Just to be simple, I do like a good thriller. Man, I don't even know if I can really answer this, because I like a majority of things. I know that I am not really a fan of comedies, just in general. Like, I don't really like them. I do like a good psychological thriller, and I would say that's my favorite genre of book as well, like a psychological thriller book. They definitely go more towards the side of dramatic rather than comedic, but I'll say that. I prefer dramas over comedies. What was your dream job as a kid? Well, I had a few. When I was really little, I wanted to be a mailman. I don't know why. And then after that, I wanted to be a cashier because I thought, when you paid like the cashier at a store, they would get the money. And I thought, man, there's so many people in this line and they're getting so much money, I would be rich. And I know that's not the case now. See, after that, for a really long time, I wanted to be a veterinarian. But then I realized at some point I would have to watch an animal die, and I didn't want to do that. So after that, let's see, I think I wanted to be a graphic designer. I did actually work as a graphic designer for a summer, and I'll say I didn't hate the graphic design aspect of it. I just didn't like the working environment that I was in. So I'm gonna say no on that. And I guess for a while I wanted to be a writer, and that's not what I'm going to be. Right now, like, I've been researching like jobs and stuff because, I'm about to graduate, and I know that being a film writer is not a lucrative business at all. I mean, you'd be lucky to sell a script, period. Honestly, the only way in the like film and television industry to get a steady job as a writer is to be like a staff writer for like a TV show. And I wouldn't say no to a job like that, but it's not something that I would prefer. My desired career path now is to be a video editor. I've been, editing all of these videos. I think I do an okay job. I mean, the bar is kind of low, it is YouTube, but I like to think that I'm a decent editor. I edited some of the short films at our school. My school, not yours. You don't go to my school, unless you do, in which case, that's weird. And I've not been the go-to person, but always when our professor asks like, hey, who wants to edit this thing? I'll be the first one to say it, because I need that experience. I'm relatively new to the field of editing, like I'm pretty well versed in Windows Movie Maker, but Adobe Premiere, I still got some things to learn, especially After Effects. I still have some things to learn for that. How many countries have you traveled to? Let's see. America, clearly, that's where I am now. I've been to Mexico by way of cruise ship when I was a lot younger, and I've also been to Jamaica by way of plane. It was a whole lot of fun. Both places very hot. I mean, like, they're in the tropics, so of course it's gonna be hot. Who is my celebrity crush? Gosh, I've been watching Hannibal a lot recently, and you might already know the answer to this. It's not, I was about to call him Viggo Mortensen. That's not Viggo Mortensen, it's Mads Mikkelsen. It's not him. It's, oh my god, I'm blanking out on his name. What is his name? Will Graham, the guy who plays Will Graham. He's a snack, I will say. But I looked him up last night. He's apparently 45 years old, which is so old. Okay, it's not, okay, 45-year-olds watching, you're not old, but it's a large age gap, and I do not condone that. Apparently he was in this movie called Late Night, which I saw in theaters like last summer, but I don't remember him at all. I'm gonna have to rewatch that movie. Apparently he was like a main character too. Whoops, sorry for not remembering you. Do you have any pets? I do, I mentioned him once. You will get to see him, not right now because I just don't want to detach my camera from my tripod, but I will insert some images, not images, but video of my doggy right here.
Why are you bothering me? Can't you see I'm trying to rest? Please leave me alone, okay, thanks.
What do you do in your free time? Well, I don't spend a whole lot of time making YouTube videos. Realistically, I make maybe 1 or 2 a month, and that's kind of it. Ooh, what do I do in my free time? Well, I run a Simbler. If you're into Sims content and legacy style gameplay, links in the description. You're about to thrive because I have a lot of posts for you to go through. I spend a lot of time on Twitter, which might not be good for me, but I do it at the detriment to myself. Play a lot of video games. Let's see, I've been playing, of course, The Sims a lot recently. I re-downloaded, or not re-downloaded, but I bought Oblivion on Steam when it was on sale. Bought that, and I've been playing it a little bit. Oh, I draw a lot. This right here, her, you can see her. This is my drawing tablet, which also doubles as my second monitor. Well, I've been drawing a lot more than I have been previously, but I haven't drawn in a few days. I would like to. I'm not gonna link my art Twitter, because no. I've been reading. I recently finished the book, The Silent Patient by, I forgot his name. I'll put it up here. But that book is really good. It's not that long, just a little over 300 pages. And I'm still kind of recovering from it because, oh my goodness, the ending is like, what? I recently started another book called Luckiest Girl Alive. That one was recommended to me by one of my creative writing professors like a million years ago, and I just now got around to reading it. Both of those I read on my Kindle because my bookshelf cannot handle any more abuse. I've stuffed her full of books and she can't take it anymore. I'm running out of shelf space basically. I'm trying to be, you know, economically conscious. I mean, Kindle books aren't even cheaper than physical books a lot of the time. So I guess I'm being environmentally conscious. Because eventually a lot of these books are going to end up in a landfill somewhere. You know, I would hope not, but it's going to end up happening, you know. And usually I only read a book like once. So it doesn't really make sense for me to have physical books. I would go to a library, but the thing is, I take so much time to read. Like 2 weeks isn't enough for me to finish a book. Like it wasn't enough for me when I was a kid. My mom constantly had to call them up and like, hey, can you like extend the checkout for this book for my daughter? What's my favorite color? Well, you can't see what color the wall is and what color my curtains are and what color my chair is. It's purple. I am a purple stan. Have you ever been to any concerts or festivals? I have so many props for this video. Oh my goodness. I have been to a concert. So there we go. I went to a Panic at the Disco concert in Birmingham my senior year of high school. Focus. I went to a Panic at the Disco concert my senior year of high school, April 7th. 2017. It was a Friday. I got checked out of school early to go, and it's the only concert I've been to, and it was so much fun. There was a girl who went down the line and gave us these, but basically we were supposed to like, you know, turn on our camera flashlight during the song Girls, Girls, Boys and like shine it through it, and the entire like BJCC doing that, it was so colorful and pretty. Oh my goodness. What is one thing you wish people knew about you? This is a little bit personal. This isn't really something that comes up now because I guess people have learned manners. But when I was growing up, a lot of people thought I was mixed, like biracial. In case you're wondering, I'm not. And people asked me so much that it got really annoying and I kind of hated being asked that. Same thing with like my hair. My hair is kind of wacky now, but I guess I have long hair for a black girl. I don't really know. I never considered my hair to be long. I mean, it's only really like shoulder length. I wouldn't consider that to be long at all. But people would also constantly ask me if my hair was mine. Yes, it is. Like, I've never worn a wig. I don't wear weaves. I don't like get hair put in my head, essentially. And I'm not trying to deride people who do that, but you know, it used to be something that bothered me a lot. Not so much now because nobody's asking. That's one thing, I suppose. What social media are you addicted to? Well, I think I already said Twitter. For better or worse, I cannot stay off that bird app for some reason. You are going out with friends. Describe your night. Well, I mean, not anymore because of circumstances, but you know, really what I would consider a fun night with friends would be like, I don't know, staying in and playing video games and eating food and talking to each other. That's a fun night. And I've had many of those nights. I don't know when I'll be able to have those nights again, but I would consider that a fun night. What are you happiest with in life? I don't know. I mean, well, I will say that I'm fortunate enough that no one that I know, like in my family or like friends or anything, unless they just decided to not tell me. But but I haven't really lost anyone close to me to COVID, so that's pretty good. I'd say that's pretty good. Not as many people are so fortunate, so I'll go with that. And that was the final question. Wow, I've been recording for 1 hour and 2 minutes, and my camera hasn't overheated surprisingly, probably because it's so cold in here. My lovely new subscribers, I hope you have fun while you're here, and I hope we make some good memories together with the videos that I'm planning to put out. As always, you can find me on Twitter. If you want to, you can donate to my Ko-fi. I really don't have anything to say. My voice is starting to go out because I've been talking for a really long time. Stream animals as leaders, please.